I know that this is painful.
Johnny D. William Lewis. You think you're the only one who can look into someone's background?
Olivia Benson is digging deep this week, tracking down the truth behind a cold case tied directly to the SVU. But did she do the right thing?
This is not about the Vicks. This is not about me. This is about you.
This was a heartbreakingly personal case, so let's dive into what happened during season 25, episode 12 of Law & Order SVU Marauder. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call. Now, we all love Benson and her tendency to get involved, but this episode, it kind of came back to bite her when she decided to reopen the case of Sykes' sister Crystal, who was kidnapped back when the detective was a teen and never found. Now, Benson clearly had good intentions when she started poking around in Crystal's case. 27 years later, with only a creepy Polaroid of her sister ever being found, Sykes is really struggling.
How about a good therapist? I got my own way of dealing with things, okay?
Benson did ask if Sykes ever thought about reopening the case, but Sykes told her to leave it alone. 3 words we know Benson's allergic to.
How come you don't just try to find your sister?
Honestly, I'd just rather move on.
Is this your way of moving on? Throwing a grenade into your life with a 3-day bender?
All right.
She especially couldn't drop it when she discovered a string of abductions fitting the same MO as Crystal's, because now it's about more than just Sykes' family.
But this is gonna get messy. I mean, we can keep this from Sykes, but what do we tell the rest of the squad?
We tell them that we're just doing our jobs.
Although I gotta say, I don't think that ask for forgiveness rather than permission plan is the best way to go about things when it involves your coworker's deepest trauma. Nevertheless, Benson dives in, and she's trying to get the family of another victim, Gwen Markham, to exhume her body for DNA testing. And while they didn't want to do it at first, Gwen's cousin pulled a real G move and falsely confessed to the crime, so they'd be forced to do DNA testing to clear him.
If you think that that's a false confession, then you and I both know that's the only way to do it.
And funnily enough, it's also the best way to ID Crystal Sykes' killer.
Yes, and I'm just as surprised as you are.
Now, the good news with the DNA testing is they found some. The bad news is it didn't match any suspects. Now, just as Benson's getting this investigation off the ground, though, Sykes finds out what she's doing, and she's ticked.
I asked you to leave my sister's case alone. What, you didn't think I'd find out with all my contacts in Allentown?
Of course I did. But I read your sister's file.
Well, hold on. It looks like you did a little more than that. I mean, look at this board.
Yeah, this is kind of why I think Benson mishandled this whole thing. Yeah, she's doing her job, trying to catch a killer, but we could have done this all a bit more tactfully, I think.
Good luck with your open cases. I hope they help distract you from your own endless amounts of baggage.
I know that this is painful.
Johnny D. William Lewis. You think you're the only one who can look into someone's background?
It's too late though, the ball is rolling and we've got a genealogical match on the DNA found on Gwen's body to a woman named Hannah Kincaid, whose dad, Richard Kincaid, fits the profile perfectly as a retired traveling salesman. It's time to take Richard down, awkwardly enough, during his 40th wedding anniversary party, and it's pretty clear he's the perp when he tries to grab a go bag filled with cash and weapons after fleeing police. And it turns out a dose of his own medicine turned into justice for all the missing girls' families as the perp led them to his burial ground.
These girls were so pretty, so young. I wanted them to stay that way.
Case solved, although who knows if Sykes will ever forgive Benson for it.
Why did you?
I did it for Crystal.
Justice is served, but I don't know, what'd you think? Did Benson go too far with this one? Let me know in the comments while you're there. Like and subscribe, then head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call.